So what is recursion? Let me create a new class. So I will call it okay. Recursion test. Somewhat. So Ankur. Yes. So what I was talking about? Yeah, recursion. Sorry. So what is recursion? Soham. Yeah, tell me. What is recursion? Like if I ask you, like a one-liner, like when a method calls itself. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay. So when a method called itself, okay. So let's write one method first of all. Let me call it int, not int. Let me call it void m1. Okay. Like let me call it void method. Stupid method. Oh, void method. Okay. By what time you want to get free? Maybe 5 or 4:30, 4:45 maybe. Yeah. He just came or he was there?
He was there waiting.
Oh, you can tell me. So. हाँ यार क्या कर रहे हो एरलेस देखो जो फॉर ईच वाले फंडे हैं ना वही बेसिक वाले करो वो जावा 8 वाले में कराना भी तो जावा 8 का सिंटैक्स होगा लैम्डा एक्सप्रेशन जैसा है ना अभी आएंगे ठीक है अच्छा आप क्या करो
करेंगे ना
हाथ में इंटरफेस मिल जाएगा आप एक हैश मैप भी बना ही लो कुछ तो करना नहीं होता एक मैप इंटरफेस है अच्छा इसमें कहाँ है कलेक्शन पार्ट 3 या पार्ट 2 में होगा हाँ मैप्स है आवाज आओ वेरी गुड इसका इंटरफेस कौन है मैप है ठीक है so we have a method called void method right so I'm going to write a very simple recursive call when a method calls itself so method will call method right so this is recursion let's call yeah like a node oh no that is something different it will be like a class and the reference variable of that class will be in that class okay it is something like calling a method inside that method with the same name so let's call this method from main method so static and let me call this method as method simple so method is calling method itself now run it so run as java application क्या हो सकता है okay one famous exception again so today we saw like input mismatch exception when you scan in and you give string second we saw array index out of bounds exception right when you try to access an index which is not present in the array now the third one is stack overflow error just give me a second hello हाँ जी हाँ मैं करता हूँ प्लान आप बस मैं भी ना क्लास में हूँ मैं आपको पूरा भेज दूंगा फाइनली जैसे भी 5 बजे तक ठीक है मैं वही रखूंगा कि 12:30 तक हो जाए ठीक sorry guys so the error is stack overflow error we have a stack overflow website also right so what is stack overflow error yes the thing is when you run this application what java is doing behind the scenes is this When you click right click run as Java application, or when you do Java and your compiled version of file, when you do Java then space then your file, then what is happening behind the scenes? Java is creating a stack, and stack is like first main method will be inside the stack, then your method which you are making call method again. Okay, then since you are inside the method, you are again making call to method, so it will be method again. Okay, again you are making to the call, making call to the method, so method will be again inside this, again method. So it is like method, and eventually when the stack space is full, it will show you stack overflow error. So maybe in my system I am getting this after 100 stack slots, and maybe in your system you will get it after 1000 stack slots, because it depends completely on your system. So that's why it's an error, not an exception, because your system is not capable enough to capture all these values. But yeah, any system you take this, you will get this, because there is a limitation, right? You cannot put, let's say in my system 100 is the stack space, in your it's 1000. In supercomputer it will be 1 lakh, but it will be 1 lakh. So the space is fixed, definitely will get the error. So what is the mistake here? We have not mentioned like when to stop. Okay, so let's see how we can improve it. So let me create one variable and let me call it static in count. Let me make it as 5 or 0. Okay, and now inside the method, what I am doing, for every method call I will write as count plus plus, and before making call to my recursive method I will do one checking, like if count is less than 5, then only do the recursion. Perfect. So count 0 0 will be like count 1, count equal to 1, then make a call to method. Then still the count is less than 5, count will be 2, then you can make the call. Likewise, will reach a point where count will become 5 and it will not make a call to the method. Only 5 iterations you will get. So run as Java application. Okay, because we have printed nothing, so that's why nothing is coming. So what you can do, you can print the value here. The count is count. Sorry, फंक्शनल कर दिया उसको, उसी में करेंगे, टेंशन ना लो, पहले बेसिक हो जाए. So count is 1 2 3 4 5, working same as like loop, right? Getting? So let's see it like in debug mode, what is happening behind the scenes. So how to run the application in debug mode? No need to bother about it, because आपको eventually इसी का लिखना है sublime में. But for better understanding, I am just setting a breakpoint here. Breakpoint means when I am running my program, I want you to stop the execution at this point. Okay. So debug as, instead of run as, debug as Java application. Change the mode. Now, no, thank you. So inside the main method, now this is my stack. Inside the main, I have made a call to method. Now execute this one. Fn F6. Now count is this. No, it is printing count is 1. Now again make call to method. Fn F6. Now see the stack. Main inside main, method inside method. It's like main, then method, then method, then method. So again execute. Count is 2. Again method. Then execute. Count. Method. Ultimately then done. You're getting stack, how it is populating the stack. Perfect. So this was about recursion, basic recursion, right? So now we'll write the code of doing the factorial using recursion. So how will you do it? Can I remove this, right? A simple one. I'm removing it. Okay, let's take this for example, because let's create a new class. Let's create a new class, and the class is Factorial test. Okay, inside this I will create a main method. Okay, and now inside this I will create a factorial. But before that, what is factorial? So factorial is, let's say 5 factorial. It is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? Perfect. So can I write it as 5 factorial is equals to 5 into 4 factorial? Yes or no? Okay, if I ask you what is n factorial, then it is nothing but n into n minus 1 factorial. Yes or no? Perfect. So it's like your mathematics. If you have one function called fact of n, and you ask n, so it is something as n into fact of n minus 1, right? Can I say this? Yes or no? Because fact of n is nothing, which is taking n as the input, and fact of n minus 1 will take the n minus 1 as the input. So simple. So now, if you see, if you know computer science and if you know how to write code in Java, then it is same as creating a function with the parameter n, and again you will make a call to that function, right? So I will create a function static, and this will return me integer. So in fact, and this will return. Okay, let's not return anything. Oh, we should return because the result is integer. And here I will give the number, and here I will do simple call calculation like n into what? Fact of n minus 1, right? And here I will receive, I will not receive, I will return this. Okay, perfect. But again, we have not mentioned the termination condition, like when to stop. Getting? So it will again end up with the infinite loop because n minus 1 will be, let's say 1. Okay, let me show you what I am saying. 5 factorial. So 5 into 4. So let's complete this. So this will be 5 into 4. And 4 factorial will be, sorry, 4 factorial will be 4 into 3 factorial, right? And 3 factorial will be 3 into what? Tell me. 2 factorial. And 2 factorial. अरे होगा अभी रुको 2 करके जाएंगे 2 into 1 and this will be 1 factorial equal to 1 into 0 मैं सुन रहा हूँ हाँ तो now 0 factorial this will never end right 0 factorial and this will be 0 into minus 1 what we are doing actually where should I stop and maybe you will get the answer as 0 because anything multiplied with 0 will be 0 and 0 into 0 so you will get 0 as the answer and stack overflow as well.
So why don't you like where it says n, so this right where while n is not equal to
yes, well, that's what I am asking. We need a termination condition, right? And I believe the termination condition should be this one because factorial of 1 is 1. I know the answer.
while not.
Yes, instead of this, I can write if n is equals to 1. So it's better you return 1 itself, right? Else calculate this. Else do whatever you want to do. Getting? Paste it. And yeah, perfect. So let's run it. So now we'll use the scanner also. And scanner, I will create an object sc equal to new scanner. Inside this, I will get system. Okay, system.in. Perfect. Remove it. Then give the message to the user. Enter some. Oh, enter the number. Sorry. Enter the num and receive this into int num equal to sc dot next int. Perfect. Then call your method and this will give you the result. Okay. How to call a method like fact and pass this as the num. This will give the result and print the result like system.out.println. Okay. Result is this plus res. Perfect. Now run it. So run as Java application. Enter the number 5. Result is 120. Perfect. Okay, so let's debug it. What is happening behind the scenes? So just set a breakpoint here and debug as Java application. Now see, enter the number 5. Okay, change the perspective. Now see. Okay, this is factorial. Okay, let me show you the other things also. You can get, yeah. So, okay, where is the code? Window, reset perspective. Okay, now this is the default perspective and the execution is here. And the value of n is 5. You can see it here, right? Okay, we have not, yeah, just f and f6. Okay, what it's saying, n is 5 and return n into fact of n minus 1. Just make a call, wait. Okay, fact of n minus 1. So what is the value inside this? Okay, 4. Perfect. Now is it equal to 1? Line number 24. No. So again do the second step. Return this one. Now you can see now we have fact, fact, fact. And what is the value here? It's 3. Is it equal to 1? No. So again call this. What is n here? 2. No, it is not 1. Again make a call. Now what is this? It is 1. Now it should return 1. So F6. Now see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number is 5. How many slots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forget about main because it is will always be there, right? So if you have 5, how many slots are created? If you have the number as 5, how many function calls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will you remember this? Number of function calls are 5 when the number is 5. Very good. So now this will return. It means pop. Now calculate the number of functions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 popped, right? Now this will be popped, popped, popped. And you can see the values also. It is 5 still, okay? So now the result is, now check the result. It's 120. Now print it. Now print it. So it's 120. Got it? Perfect. So how will you analyze the time complexity of a recursive program? It's very simple. So whenever I ask you, like, what is the running time complexity? It means I'm asking this, T of n, when n is the input. So we have seen this. When T of 5. Okay, what is the, sorry, first of all, what is the procedure of calculating the running time complexity of a recursive program? So the formula is number of slots in stack into running time complexity, means T of n of one function call. One function call. Perfect. So now tell me T of n. The T of 5 was the number of slots in a stack is 5. And what is the running time of one function call? So when I run this, it's only a constant time, no loop. Only I'm checking if n is equal to 1, right? Else is not for us, because else is helping us to create a loop or create a next function or to push the function in the stack. So this piece of code will take only constant time. It is not any power of n, right? So I can call it as big O of 1. Yes or no? So this will be again what? 5. Yeah. Similarly, T of n will be equal to n into, tell me, big O 1. Can I say yes or no? So it means the factorial, the running time of factorial is big O n. Getting it? Hence proof. And what is the space complexity? When I ask you space complexity, it means SO of n, like S of n. So how many, what is the space you are taking? So let's analyze this also. So this program is taking how many bytes? One scanner object. Let's say this program is taking, this piece of it code is taking 4 bytes. And this one is no bytes. One variable here. Int num, this will take 4 bytes. Right? Getting? Integer, right? This will also take how many bytes? 4 bytes. Okay, so till now 12 bytes. Now go to your function. It is receiving a parameter of 4 bytes. Again 4 bytes. Perfect. And nothing else we are doing. So this function factorial is taking how many bytes? Tell me. Okay, not too specific. This particular function factorial is taking how many? 4 bytes. So the formula is again same. Number of slots in the stack. Into space of each slot. Into space of each slot. Perfect. So now tell me, what is the time complexity then? It will be number of slots. How many? N into each slot 4 bytes, right? So it will be 4n, right? It will be 4n. Can I say it is somewhat less than n or c of n? And where c, where c is some constant which is greater than 4. Can I write in this way? If you can write in this way, then you can call this as big O of n. I will teach you like what is big O of n, the mathematical definition. But for now, you can assume it like this. Okay, where c is a constant which is greater than n. Okay, so it's like c into n. Perfect. So the running time of factorial is big O n, and what is the space? It's big O n. Only for recursive. Now the homework is you will write the imperative program of it. It means by using a loop. Using a loop, you will calculate the factorial and you will give me the running time and the space time. Okay, clear? Abhishek, task clear hai? Kya karna hai? You will write a code, same, similar. The factorial of n will change. It will not be a recursive one. It will be a loop. It will be a imperative one. And now, then you will analyze the time, running time and space time. Okay. And if you can reduce it, then it's okay. Getting it? So this is your homework. Let me write it in the homework sheet. So Control Shift R, homework. So homework is write a program. WAP means write a program for factorial, imperative factorial, and analyze it. Write the T of n, and what? S of n, space complexity, right? Where n is the input. Okay. And the second program is you will write a program for binary search. I will not teach you today. I want you to explore it. Not explore it, but whatever comes in your mind, just write it. Okay. Search. Binary search, and let me give you the hint. The array should be sorted for it. Only then you can perform it. And okay. I thought you done it. Those who have done it, write the recursive one. Okay. Clear? The next one will be, those who have done this also can skip this one. Write a Fibonacci series where n is the input. Let's say if n is 5, then the Fibonacci will be 0, 1. Tell me 0 plus 1, 2. Then 2 plus 1, 3. Then 2 plus 3, 5. This should be the answer. This is test case 1. Test case 2 is n is equals to 6 or 7. Then it will be 0. For this, it will be 0 space 1 space 2 space 3 space 5 space, tell me 8 space. Now how many elements we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and one more. 8 plus 5, 13. It means for n equal to 7, you will print till 7, 13. Okay. So you need to write this for imperative, like using use. When I say imperative, it means using loops. Imperative plus recursion. Okay, then analyze it also. Getting the problems clear? So 3 problems I am giving you. Try to solve them. So here also imperative plus recursive. Imperative plus recursive. So very simple. Okay. So okay. Okay. So what we have done bubble sort and we have analyzed it. Uska space nahi nikala maine. So you will think about it. What is the space? Okay. Because I know it's like it will be big O n because it will be the size of the array only. So you can think of it again. Then recursion we did, and we did the factorial and we analyzed it. Similarly, you will analyze the imperative one and you will write these. Okay. And since you know how to commit it, so you can commit. I can check on your website. Then you can share your link. So like you have that, right? Git bash and git GUI. So that is for Windows. So for Mac, they have not given something like this. So that's why I've installed third party. So it's a fork. The tool is fork. Maybe you will find the use case when you go there. So its group is this one and the project is this one. So same way I am committing. So these are the files changes. So we have created these files today: recursion, sorting, .java plus their .class files. So I will stage everything. Stage means push them to the local repository. Now I will commit to the upper one. I will write it as what? Array problems. Okay. And just commit them. And after committing, okay, homework left. Push. Then this is my homework. Commit this file and push. So now if you go to the repository, Google Chrome, github.com, where is that? This one, right? Now go here, just refresh it. So here is the homework, right? And here is the code, like everything, sorting tech, bubble sort. Okay. So those who have time at home, they can start with the array one, basic array problems without loops. Okay. So I'm sharing the link on the WhatsApp on your group. ठीक है? जैसे strings की थी, so array one. Hardly it will take like 2 or 3 hours. Maybe that is also like no 1 hour, 1 hour exercise. Okay, because you have आपके पास time है आपके पास खास कर. ठीक है? तो done है फिर. I'm stopping this one. रिकॉर्ड किया है. ठीक है श्वेता?
हाँ.
प्रॉब्लम्स क्लियर है ना?
हाँ.
कोई डाउट तो नहीं है?
नहीं अभी नहीं.
ठीक है फिर रख रहा हूँ मैं.
ठीक है.
ओके.